honestly believe that the adults have not stepped up and had the courage to do what's necessary. Children don't get lost. Adults lose children. And we're spending our time blaming the children for the mistakes that we made as adults, because we don't have the courage to embrace the fact that we should have done what we were supposed to do. We as men should have been strong in our communities and stood with our sisters, stood with the young brothers and the sisters of the street to be an example. I do realize what we've gone through as black men. I understand that. Nature doesn't accept excuses. It barely will even deal with reasons why. You've got to be on your A game 100% of the time, because nature always is on A game. So I do understand the reasons why things happen. I just don't accept it as it relates to how we're going to try to make excuses for the condition that we find ourselves in.
I'd like to say that I didn't fall into those traps, but unfortunately I did. For years, you know, I was out in the streets doing my thing, trying to be the man, you know, and got caught up into the drugs, and not only taking drugs but selling drugs, and wanted to get to the point, Kevin, really, that I wanted to be the man in the city. In other words, everything would come through me, you know, and everybody would have to buy from me. And believe me, if you've got those dreams, you've got somebody out there to mentor you in them. And so there were people that who worked with me to make this happen for me.
For ways to survive. So they need money to survive, so they rob. They use drugs as a response to the pressures of life. They sell drugs as a way to gain economically. So they commit crimes and they end up being incarcerated.
I done dropped out of school and I fell into the kitchen like Houdini, teaching these bitches how to grow up and trick them. Niggas falling for the picture thinking that's gonna be their missus. Only you see a couple months later half of his jewels missing.
At that time, I was young. I really had no one really to tell me, look, you know, this is the path you need to stay forward and keep focused on. It's going to take you further on. But at the same time, you know, at that time, as being young and everything, I realized why I made that mistake now that I'm older. But back then, I felt like, you know, I can do this. I just did it because I feel like, hey, I can do this. I had that feeling. It was a little cockiness in me as I'm going on, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get away with it. But then again, that's where I felt like, with that type of thought, that type of mentality, I feel like that messed up my opportunity to go ahead and further on with my career as a college-wise in the NFL.
There'll be many situations that can knock us all off our feet, and I went through a bit of them. Growing up in a single-parent home, my father was never there, and there was a lot of frustration and confusion, and my expectations in life were distraught. I thought I was going to become this great, successful businessman, but I ended up making some wrong choices in life, ended up getting locked up, but then I wanted to be something more than just another prison inmate. Another dude, another black man with a barcode on his shirt. I wanted to be somebody, to come back in my community and inspire others.
You gonna play like a what? Champion. You gonna tackle like a what? Champion. You gonna score like a champion.